There's a rhythm to every game, until someone breaks it. It always starts small. A moment, a spark, a line crossed that can't be uncrossed. No one plans for it. But once it starts, it spreads. You can feel it shift, the pace, the silence between whistles, the way players look at each other like something's about to give. And then, it does. One by one, the matches lose control. Respect turns to retaliation. Focus turns to fury. And what started as a game becomes something else entirely. You think you've seen intensity before? You haven't seen this. There's no more build-up, no more warnings, just impact. Every look is a threat. Every collision feels personal. You can see it in their eyes. They're not backing down. Not now. Not ever. It's not strategy anymore. It's instinct, adrenaline, the kind of heat that burns straight through the game plan. They stop playing to win. They start playing to prove a point. And that point hurts. Jerseys get grabbed, words fly, then fists. And once it starts, it doesn't stop. Not for refs, not for teammates, not for anything. This isn't a rivalry. It's war dressed like a match. You can feel the crowd turn. Not shocked, but locked in. Hungry, like they came for football but stayed for the chaos. And chaos is exactly what they get. Every single clip adds fuel. The swings get harder. The shoves get dirtier. The space between control and collapse disappears. No one's asking questions anymore. They've all picked sides. It's no longer about who's right, just who's left standing. And then it escalates even further. You see it in the body language. The shoulders stiffen, the legs tense, the eyes locked with a fire that refuses to burn out. They've crossed a line, but now it's about proving who can push past the breaking point. The referees blow their whistles, but it's not enough. The players don't hear it anymore. The game is beyond their control, beyond anyone's control. They've become prisoners of the moment. Each pass, each kick, each tackle is a statement, a declaration of power. No one is worried about what comes after. They're too deep in it now, too far gone to turn back. It's about the next hit, the next challenge, the next point to prove. The crowd feels it too. They're not cheering for the game anymore. They're cheering for the fallout. They're waiting for the eruption, for that final push that will either make or break everything. They know this isn't about football anymore, and they wouldn't have it any other way. The air vibrates with anticipation. In the midst of all this chaos, there are moments, brief, fleeting moments, where everything slows down. A player takes a deep breath, eyes darting around, searching for the next move, the next strike. And then, in an instant, the tension snaps again. Another collision, another fight. And then it's gone, just as quickly as it came. The benches are no longer just for sitting. They've become battlegrounds for the emotional fallout. Coaches yell, players shout back, and somewhere in the midst of the madness, you can see the faces of those who tried to stay out of it, but can't. You can't stand on the sidelines anymore. You can't be a passive observer when everything around you is in flames. The fans are rising to their feet now, the noise deafening. Some are shouting for their team, some for chaos, and others for something deeper, something darker. A part of them understands that this is no longer a game. This is an unpredictable, uncontainable force that's tearing apart everything in its path. Every tackle is heavier now, every word sharper, every gesture a challenge, and with every moment it becomes clearer. There are no winners here. There's just survival. The game has become an arena, and the players are gladiators. The fight is no longer for a trophy. It's for pride, for respect, for something intangible. And as the chaos grows, so does the uncertainty. You wonder, how far will they push it? How much more can they take before it all collapses under its own weight? There's something almost tragic in it, something that pulls at you, because deep down everyone knows the cost of this fight. The injuries, the broken relationships, the reputations ruined in a matter of minutes. But no one can stop. No one can step back from the edge. Because once the line is crossed, there's no going back. The game continues, but the rules don't matter. The players have taken control of the narrative now. It's no longer about skill or technique. It's about dominance. Who's stronger? Who's willing to risk it all to be the last one standing? And the saddest part? The game will go on, long after the players have stopped. The whispers, the stories, the aftermath. This is the legacy of those who lost control. This is the moment that defines their career. This is how they'll be remembered. Not for the goals they scored, not for the matches they won, but for how they became part of something bigger than themselves. For how they became part of the chaos. It's a game that will never be the same. And the only question left is, who will survive the storm?